actually run with this, one, you're using a logical foundation to determine this, right? Something that's logically, essentially a
So
foundation
just because
logically.
everybody needs
And
to
within
he
this
says
logical
a
foundation,
logical
one
foundation.
second, Bradley, I
No, wait,
literally
I just
just
want to
told you. I just told you, right? Within this logical foundation, that consists of obviously which would be in question as a syllogism, known as that, P1, P2 conclusion, or you don't need to be that formal, we know there's premises and conclusions leading up, right? With this specific thing, you have either a logical set of premises, but an illogical conclusion that doesn't correlate, leading to a non sequitur, or a illogical premise and a logical conclusion that also doesn't correlate, right? That is non
Are you done?
sequitur, and can also be defined as a category error. Okay, now I'm quiet. Server mute me so he can get his point across.
I got you.
Yo, can you get muted? So I completely love it. So literally earlier when he was like debating, he just admitted he hedged. This is like fucking crazy. So he says the foundation on where you were to derive a illogical conclusion were to be coming from logic. I literally asked him earlier in the debate that we were having, why is that like some form of contradiction at all? So when you say you derive it from a illogical conclusion, I can derive if something is going to be illogical literally by denotation. Something illogical literally is something that doesn't abide by logic. If I make a simple deduction that, oh, this thing doesn't have the law of identity, law of excludable, law of you already know what the fuck shit. If it doesn't abide by any of those laws, it would be considered logical. That's a analytical truth, or it's like literally by the analytics. I don't know if he's been tracking this whole time. But when I asked Vert, literally how you were to derive if this thing were to be illogical or logical or not, literally comes from logic. It's a simple deduction. Yeah, this is bad.
You done? All right. So the craziest part is, right? We said it's going to be a new debate. This nigga brought up things from the previous thing that wasn't even relevant. So now he brought up the part where you can determine through logic that something is lacking within logic, and now determine that this specific thing is logical based on that specific thing. That wasn't the thing in context, though. The thing in context that was in reference to was Goku being illogical by virtue of whatever you are using to get him through illogical. It has nothing to do with these specific things. The determination, right? Even if you determine the thing that I'm arguing doesn't state that you can't determine something illogical from logic, right? You can logically determine something is lacking within logic, right? But that doesn't change the fact that it will be non sequitur as it doesn't correlate, it has no correlation between it, and it would fall under a category error because of the two different categories that's being essentially convoluted in the thing that we're talking about, right? And I'll make it very clear, right, that again, as I said previously, the determining factor is you determining something is lacking within the laws of logic that you specifically use. But that doesn't change the fact that it's fallacious innately. You can mute me. Oh, I'm mute, sorry, you don't have to mute me.
Hey, is he done?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna need him to repeat that last part because I was like playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So he's bad at tracking and he's old. Okay, that's fine.
I said I was playing Fortnite.
Ooh,
Like,
I'm talking now. Okay, I'm talking. Right. So now with this, right, as I said, right, I'm not disagreeing with the fact that you can determine something illogical from logic. You can determine something is lacking within logic, right, through logic, but that's not gonna be in a formal sense, right? Again, when it comes to the argument you were talking about with Goku, as I said initially, right? That's different context pertaining to the thing that you mentioned with the laws of logic, law of identity, so on and so forth. You can determine that something is illogical in nature due to that specific thing in comparison. Determine that something is not A, someone is stating that A isn't A, but rather A is something that's a contrary to that specific thing, right? You can determine that, right? That's fine. But that wouldn't change the fact that
you
if you
just
put it, one
conceded.
second, that wouldn't change the fact,
you
one
just
second,
conceded.
that wouldn't change the fact
All right,
that
then
if you
that's
put
all
it,
that's
that
all I
wouldn't
need to
change
hear.
the fact. Can you, are you fucking, are you slow, my nigga? Like, we already agreed to no interruption.
All right, so you
Right? I did
here's
it
what I'm
once.
saying. That's what I'm defining
You
as a logic.
you can like serve and mute him. Yeah. So with that, right? Now
I
that that is
remember
the
it.
determining thing, when it comes to the argument, though, if you were to formalize it in the sense of a syllogism, you're going to have logical premises and a conclusion that is illogical, right? As I said previously, Goku is the example, and you were teaching Itachi about a
What?
logical Goku, right? You were the point this arises from is you teaching Itachi from a logical Goku, right? This derives from Goku, right? And the context of what is necessary to make Goku illogical, right? I don't think we disagree with that, right?
Yo,
And now when
Nana,
it
you're
comes to that
conceding.
specific thing, one second. When it comes to that specific thing,
You just conceded, bro. What
one
the
second.
fuck?
Wait, what
You're
did I
Chill, let
not.
him
You're
concede?
finish.
literally
Let him
saying.
finish. Chill. Nana, are you done?
No, I was. What the fuck he means? I'm conceding. I literally the point all along has been if you put that in like argumentative format to determine Goku is illogical, right, through logical reasoning, as in let's say you have logical premises, but then your conclusion determines something illogical, or that would be non sequitur because there's no
You
correlation to
just
those specific
conceded,
factors.
bro.
Or, right, in the other scenario, let's say the premises would be illogical,
You
you
literally
cannot
conceded.
derive a logical conclusion from that illogical premise. That's going to be non sequitur either because of the lack in correlation. The argument the entire time with this nigga cannot track is that it's non sequitur.
All right, are
It
you done,
literally,
Nana?
bro.
Yeah, I can mute.
All right. Go ahead, psychotic.
Yo, can we debate in a different server? Because like this, I'm getting permanent.
Nigga, you're trying to you're trying to like talk over him, bro. We can't allow that, you know what I'm saying?
Like this is like, bro. Like I've been getting muted. The nigga conceded blatantly. I don't know how the fuck you didn't say it. That's my whole position this whole fucking time. I'm saying that what's it called? The thing that you derive from the logicality would be something contrary towards logic. I never said that would be actually something illogical, the thing itself. I'm saying it's going to be the contrary. That's literally how I defined. If you ask to touch and get him in VC, that's literally how I defined illogical. You just conceded horribly.
You know? Yeah. So when I joined VC, when I joined VC, did I not tell Itachi? I think Itachi is Itachi here?
No, it's not.
No.
Sadly, no. When I joined VC, to the people that remember, when I joined VC, did I not tell Itachi that, well, arguing illogicality would be fallacious because it would be a non sequitur,
You did. I ain't
right?
gonna lie, you did.
Yeah, I did, right? So, whoa, but I conceded as a
I
non
gave you
sequitur.
my
What?
definition.
But yeah,
Oh my
I
god.
said it's a non sequitur because of that, right? By virtue
I
of this, it's a
literally
non
gave you
sequitur.
my definition of illogical, and you're saying,
But
"Oh
me,
my
but me,
god."
but me saying, yeah, the definition that you gave of illogical is not abiding by the laws of logic, right? In a nutshell, right? But again, I even granted that wouldn't change the notion of even if you do that specific
Then
thing
that's
or
a
say that specific
concession.
thing.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wait, I said
So the
what? Do you know
thing,
what
so the
reductive?
thing
Wait,
that I'm
does this nigga
saying
know?
would just
Does this
wouldn't
nigga
be
know
abiding
what?
by the laws of logic. It wouldn't be the
Does this
thing
nigga?
itself.
Does this
I'm just
nigga?
saying
Does
it's
this
the
nigga know what
negation.
reductio is? Does this nigga know
Yo,
what
oh my
reductio
god,
is?
yo, all right, yo, anybody
Can
else
you
in this?
one?
Yo,
Can you mute him really
Rush,
quickly?
yo, can we
I'm
get
not even.
conclusions?
I wasn't even finished
Hold on, yo,
talking.
both y'all chill. Both y'all chill. Both y'all chill.
Can we get
Psychotic,
can we
what were you
get
saying?
conclusions?
Can you get
Can we get
I wasn't
conclusions?
even finished talking. I
Can
wasn't
we
even
get
finished talking,
conclusions?
bro.
Well, let
Dude is
Nana
like
Conclusion for
finish
what?
first. Let Nana finish first.
Conclusion for what substance?
he conceded horribly. Yo, can we conclusions?
Conclusion for what substance?
What do you mean by for what substance? Are you talking about what you
Jesus Christ,
said
I can't
inside
even
of the
try. Just
debate?
mute him. Let me finish my point.
Are you saying for your point, the substance
Just mute
for
him.
your point?
Let me finish. Let me just finish my point really quickly because I wasn't finished.
Yo, oh my god,
One,
this is
the
bad.
reason I
He just
wasn't, the reason I
conceded
didn't,
on.
the, one second, the
Let him
reason,
finish
one
his point,
second,
bro. Please. Just let him
the
finish.
reason I didn't concede was because my point the entire time that he couldn't track was the non sequitur, right? No matter how you do it,
I
no matter,
asked you, how is it not? Oh my god.
yeah, and the reason I literally said how it's non sequitur. Wait, we have a recording. I explained how it's non sequitur already. So again, I'll repeat myself because you can track. The reason it is non sequitur is because there is not a correlation from premise to conclusion. It doesn't correlate, meaning it's non sequitur, right? That's what non sequitur means. Okay, and it would also could potentially be a category error depending on how you argue the specific thing. I didn't expect me to put it in baby terms for you, right? Now with this, because it's a category, two different categories, logic and illogical, that you're using to convolute to come to a different specific conclusion, by the way, a logical conclusion or an illogical one. By the lack of correlation, it would be non sequitur. What can you not track?
Are you done?
I'm not talking.
I want your mic muted. I don't know if you can control
Okay, I
yourself.
can.
All right, so literally what I said earlier, the way I'm defining the thing as logical wouldn't be the actual thing itself. Think about apotheticism. We say we give a notation or like identification towards this thing that shouldn't be able to be identified at all. I'm basically using that same thing. I'm saying that this thing and the thing where I get the conclusion from wouldn't be correlated towards the exact same thing. It would just only be something not abiding by logic. So it wouldn't be a non sequitur. That is so retarded.
You done?
I stopped
All right,
talking.
so you're done talking, right? So, are you saying you're using something illogical to determine something illogical?
Did you just say I use something illogical
No,
to
I'm
determine something
asking you for
illogical? What
clarification.
the
I'm
fuck?
asking you for
That's
clarification.
not what the fuck. Where did you get that from?
Did I not ask you for clarification, you fucking retard? This is why you
That is,
can't
bro. That's
track.
like
The
a
way
stupid ass
you have
question. Why
one
would you
second.
ask me that
You have
dumbass
something
question?
called a tracking error.
That's a
Right?
dumbass
I'm asking
question.
for
Yeah, I literally
clarification,
just
Prove a
which
showed
is
you
tracking
why
how
your
error
it's
voice is
literally
dumbass.
contrary towards that.
Right? So now let me now listen. Put your tracking cap on.
I
Right?
said yes. I'm
And
using
let's
something
listen to
logical
what
to determine something is going to be illogical.
Right?
But I'm saying
No,
what I
yeah.
define
So
illogical as is
one second. Let
something
me
in
one
negation
second.
towards logic
One
that
second. I
doesn't
didn't hear
abide by
half of the things you
logic.
said.
You haven't been tracking for
Briley.
45
I didn't
minutes.
hear half of the things. Briley, I didn't hear half of the things you said, mainly because someone put a music button here. Someone was screaming over you. So let me re-ask for clarification. I asked you the question: are you saying that you're going to use something illogical to determine something illogical?
No, nigga.
Okay.
Listen.
Are you saying so? You're saying that you're using something logical to determine something illogical,
And
and
I
this wouldn't be a
defined what I
non-second.
meant
One
by
second. Oh my! I
illogical.
wasn't done asking you, right?
Yes, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you,
And
right? Because you don't. I'm trying to actually
I was
clarify
done
because
asking.
that's the fucking wrong shit, right? So I said earlier, I'm using something logical to derive a conclusion that something is going to not abide by logic. I literally define something. Illogical is something that doesn't abide by logic, so it wouldn't be correlated towards a thing that's the actual thing that exists in actuality. Like if I say something's apathetic or something's completely ineffable, the word ineffable is literally not identification property. It's literally just something to mean that it's negation of all literal identification properties or anything in existence. So think of it as like that. I'm giving you an example of it. Jesus Christ. I've said this four
Wait, no,
times.
that's not what ineffable means.
Ineffable is something completely what?
Ineffable is something that's extreme or too great to be expressed or described in words.
Yeah, something that can't be described. Something that doesn't
But
have identification property.
that doesn't mean it's illogical.
I'm using. Oh my god! Listen. I'm using it as a negation of what's being affirmed. I'm saying this thing that's being affirmed is logical, but I'm saying the thing that's being what's it called inside of the definition doesn't abide by logic. Think of it as ineffable.
Are you understanding what you're
Ineffability
saying?
has an identification property, but it can't be identified at
Okay,
all.
okay, okay.
And
Okay, do you
logicality
think
is something that can be derived from
okay,
logic,
yeah,
but it's not
no,
logical at all. I've been saying this that's my fourth time saying this. I swear to God.
You done, Braylee?
Can we get judgment?
Let me see what Natnat has to say first.
you're not understanding what you're saying. I'll ask you a few questions then. Do you think something logic and illogical could correlate?
Something logical and illogical can correlate. My position literally says it can. Like you can derive. Wait, what do you mean by correlate?
Okay, can I have okay?
Wait, what do
So
you mean?
correlate in the sense
Clarify.
that
What do you mean by correlate?
correlate in the sense that. So I want you to attempt to put a sequitur
What do you
syllogism.
mean? What do you mean by
Wait,
correlate?
I'm telling you.
What do you mean
I
by
want you to
correlate?
attempt. I'm telling you. You fucking just listen. You can't track. So
You're saying
listen.
you're asking,
Right?
bro. Oh my god.
Put your tracking cap on and listen. Right? I want you to put, or attempt to put at least, a sequitur syllogism of what you are referring to in the chat of where you have logical premises and an illogical derivative, aka the conclusion. Go ahead and do that for me really quickly.
I literally gave you an example earlier.
Just put a premise. Just put a syllogism for me
Can we
really
get
quickly.
judgment? I'm not repeating
Just put
myself.
it. Wait, are you unable
I
to
gave you
do
an
a
example.
syllogism
Can we get
in that
that's
format?
actually
Are
cool.
you
Yeah,
unable to
I
put a
don't have to
syllogism
do
in
that.
that format?
I gave an
You
example
don't.
earlier. Can we get judgment?
One second.
Can
Whoa,
we
you're
get judgment?
engaging. Wait, you
Hold
don't
on,
want to
wait,
engage
wait.
in the
Yeah,
dialectic?
hold on, wait. Yeah, can we get judgment? I gave an example earlier. Can we get judgment? That's a
One second.
track.
What was the
You
example?
repeat this.
The example. One
You.
second.
Can we
Whoa, are
get
you
judgment?
avoiding to give? Wait,
Let's get
you can't
judgment.
actualize something
Hey,
sequitur
let's get judgment.
that's
Let's get
of
judgment.
a
I don't care about none of
correlation
that.
between a
Let's get
logical
judgment.
premise and an
Let's get
illogical
judgment,
conclusion?
bro. I don't care. Let's get judgment.
Why are you so reactive of me asking you that?
Bro, I'm trying to let's get judgment, bro. You
Bro.
haven't
He does
tracked for
not
like
care, bro. He
45
wants
minutes. Let's get
judgment.
fucking judgment. Oh my
To do that,
god.
Bradley, what's so hard to do that?
Let's get judgment, bro.
He
I
doesn't
already
Is
care,
it
told you.
hard to
Natnat. He
make
Let's
wants
that?
get
judgment.
Is
judgment.
it hard to do that, Bradley?
Let's get judgment. No, it's not hard.
Is
That's
it
why I
hard?
gave it
Barely.
earlier. Let's get judgment.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
get
you gave a
judgment.
syllogism earlier that was logical premises and an illogical derivative?
Yes, let's get
Okay, wait,
judgment, bro.
give me the syllogism in chat really quickly. Write it
No,
down.
I don't care. Let's get judgment. I'll
No,
do it
write
after
it
we
down.
get
Write it
judgment.
down. Write it down. Write it down.
No, I will do it after we get judgment.
No, wait. After we get judgment. So wait,
I
you.
can
Oh,
check. You
so
can literally check recording. I gave it.
can
Let's
you
get judgment.
wait? Recording you gave. Okay, so in recording you gave a syllogism of logical premises and
I
illogical
gave an
conclusions.
argument. It doesn't necessarily have to be a syllogist. I gave an
Okay, so
argument.
what was the argument you gave?
No, let's get judgment. I'll say it in judgment. You can check
One
recording
second.
too.
One second. What was the
I don't
argument you
care. I'm
gave
not
to
repeating myself.
reconcile
Let's
with
get
that
judgment.
idea?
I'm
Why
not
are
repeating
you
myself. Let's
why are you
get
not engaging?
judgment. Let's get
Are you
judgment.
scared?
Let's
Why are
get
you not
judgment.
engaging in a
Why are you
dialectic?
so scared of judgment?
There's nothing to be scared of
Why
judgment.
are
I'm
you
asking
so
why
scared
are you
of
so
judgment?
scared?
Let's go to
One second. I'm
conclusions.
asking you why are you so scared to not engage in a dialectic?
Bro, I literally gave it earlier. I'm not repeating myself. Let's get judgment.
I just asked you to re-give it if you gave it.
If I don't answer it, you would win. Let's get judgment, bro.
Restate it.
If you think I didn't
If
say
you
it,
don't
let's
answer,
get
yeah,
judgment,
because you
bro.
didn't give it. Because you
Let's
didn't
get
give it.
judgment. Let's get
Right?
judgment, bro.
So
Let's get
if you
judgment.
just conceded that if you
Can we
don't
get
answer it,
judgment, bro?
you would win.
Bro, this is bad.
You literally said
Can
if
we
you
get
answer it,
judgment?
I would win. Answer
I
it.
literally gave the argument.
You
If I
literally said
didn't,
if you
you
answer
think
it, I would win.
if
Answer the question.
if I didn't say it, if I didn't answer your question literally earlier, then yeah,
Just
sure, I
give
concede.
it. Give
You win.
it. Give it.
Yeah,
Give it.
I already gave the argument. Let's get judgment.
Yeah, I'm asking you to re-give it.
Yo, judgment.
No,
Yo,
I don't
judgment,
care. Let's
yo,
just
yo,
get
what's up, yo?
judgment, bro.
We're just gonna appeal to
So
a
so
poll personally.
Yo, Vert,
you know
can we,
halting.
yo, Vert,
So
can you judge this real quick?
halting engagement, halting dialectics is an auto concession
I'm not
in this
false in
context, you know,
dialectic.
right?
I already gave it earlier. You haven't
Halting
tracked. And now
dialectics
you're
when I
saying
asked you to
you've been saying
provide
all this
or to
time
give
I
an
haven't been
example or to
tracking.
give
I
an
haven't
alternate
been tracking.
example as to
And
why
now
this
when
could
you
record.
don't track, I'm
Me
supposed to
asking you.
grant charitability. Let's get judgment, bro.
One second. There's no charitability being granted here. No one's granted charitability
Yes,
yet.
I don't have to
But when it
repeat
came,
it. What the fuck?
that's not granting charitability though.
Yes,
What?
that is. That's
refusing.
literally
That's refusing
voluntarily
to engage.
giving the argument.
That's
If we're
refusing.
keeping
That's
track.
refusing to. That's not
If you're
charitability. That's
purposely
refusing to
not
engage.
tracking my argument,
That's
I
not
don't have to be
charitability.
charitable.
That's refusing to engage in dialectics. That's not
No,
charitability.
that
That's refusing to
isn't.
engage in
No, that
dialectics.
isn't. Literally.
Wait, one second. One second. Me asking you
Actually,
to portray
if anything,
or to state
you're
something.
halting
One second.
dialectic.
Me ask. I'm not done.
If
I'm not done. Me
anything,
asking
if
you.
anything, you're halting
Me
dialectic because you
requesting
haven't
for
been
you to
tracking.
actually restate something so we can
If
further this
anything,
dialectical
bro,
exchange.
if you
Me
think
asking
I
you to
didn't say it
actually
earlier, let's
engage.
just get
One second.
judgment, bro. There's no point.
Me. One second. Can you stop? Me
Can we
asking
get
you
judgment?
to restate. I'll just have to speak louder, but like you guys can't mute him.
Can we get judgment?
Me asking him to give extra clarification or re-give an example
Bro, I
or re-give
already gave
another
it.
example that reconciles or re-give his example or give another example that reconciles with his view, right? To further engage and progress the dialectical exchange, but he's not giving it. That is by definition halting the dialectics.
Are you done?
I said in a formal format, if you are able to make a sequitur syllogism that involves a logical conclusion and an illogical premise, I'd love to see that.
Are you
And
done?
if you
Yeah, I
can
already
do
gave
that, I'll definitely
already
concede.
gave it.
My argument was that
Rush.
second.
If anything is to be the case, I think he's halting dialect because he's purposely not tracking what the fuck I'm saying.
Purposefully not tracking? How can you say that for certain?
You literally haven't been tracking anything I've been
Because
saying.
he's trying to say that he already gave one
and there's
before.
no. And it would
I
be
mean, he's
so
saying, yeah,
absurd
but
for you to
again,
say
by definition,
someone
if you
who's
heard what I
quote-unquote
said,
better than
by
me,
definition of what I just
wouldn't be able to
explained,
track a simple
if I explained, one
retard
second,
in your own
if
words.
he understood, one second, if anyone understood what I said about why he would be halting the dialectics, he literally is halting the dialectics by refusing to actually give the example that he supposedly gave in the recording.
Dialectic can progress if someone's not tracking what the fuck I'm saying, like purposely not doing it? You think I can progress at that point?
Say it again.
If someone doesn't understand what the fuck I'm saying or anything that's coming out of my mouth, do you think I can have a debate or a dialectic at that point?
No.
Okay, so yeah, if anything, he's halting dialectic as well. So let's just get judgment. Natnat, let's get judgment. Come on, tap in.
Yeah, I'll do a poll. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be mad at that right quick.
No,
we
can peel
literally server muted. But again, when I literally bullied him on the idea of me not tracking. What the fuck is going on? 1 second.
Are you done?
We don't need. Yeah, 1 second. We don't need to get judgment in this VC. There's a recording. We can post it
No,
on
we
YouTube.
can
Actually,
Vert
save the recording. Vert, save the recording.
We can get Vert.
Vert, save the rec. Vert, save the rec. Vert, save the rec. Vert, save the rec and post it.
I'll save it.
Yo, Vert,
Save
you
the rec
trying
and
to
post it
give
for me.
judgment real quick on who you think